So how do I make money personally? What do I do to earn money here, right? What's going on, YouTube? Although it is raining just a little bit, it is still a beautiful day in Vietnam, okay? I'm still grateful. I'm still appreciative. Although the sun might be covered, they can't stop our shine, you know what I'm saying? So I was just actually scrolling through my comments. By the way, I do read all of my comments, so feel free to ask any questions, feel free to make any suggestions, or if you just want to say hello, I read my comments, all right? So you can definitely do that. Now, anyway, like I was saying, I was reading my comments and I seen a lot of people asking questions or making statements regarding finances, right? Saying things like, the most important thing to consider when making the move to another country is income. What job should I try to get to move to another country? He doesn't necessarily need a job, but rather he needs income. Somebody else said money and visas will become an issue if you don't plan properly. A lot of people was obviously curious or interested about the topic of money and finances while being overseas, and obviously it makes sense, right? Because how do you make money when you are not in the country that you're from? You're in a completely different country, completely different language, all of that type of stuff. And so that is what this video is going to be about today. How do I make money, and why do I say it's easier to make money in Asia than it is in the US, okay? We're going to get into all of that, but before we get into that, I need to give you guys some important background about myself so you have a better understanding of the way I think and my skill sets and how I use these skills to apply into my life, okay? So we're about to get into that right now. So I was fortunate enough to be born in a wonderful age where I grew up without technology for a while, but I also grew up with technology for a while, okay? I'm like right in the in-between section, okay? I remember when nobody had iPhones. Like one of my first phones was a sliding phone. I remember when Instagram was only for iPhones. They didn't even have it for Android. I remember having to use my friend's iPhone to upload pictures. I remember when Twitter was only on the laptop, okay? Nobody had apps. Nobody had any of this stuff. I remember when there was no FaceTime. People used things like Uvu and stuff like that on the laptop. I even remember, and a lot of y'all probably don't even know this, but I even remember when YouTube had a feature where you could DM other people on YouTube. It was crazy. This was early YouTube. But the beauty of all of that is I grew up in a time where all of that was emerging, okay? Technology was emerging, social media was emerging. It was all fairly new, and it was just getting started, okay? It was just the beginning. And it's crazy because I feel as if I was born maybe a couple years earlier, it's a very high chance that I could be completely out of touch with technology, and I would have had to catch up. And if I was born just a couple years later, I could have been completely submerged with technology and I wouldn't have known what life is like without it, okay? So I appreciate the fact that I was born when it wasn't a thing and then it became a thing, okay? I got to see the best of both worlds. I got to understand, like, social media is not serious. It's not real life. I understood that at a very young age because of how everything was going on when I was growing up. And all of this is going to make sense and circle back around to how I'm able to earn money, okay? So just bear with me. So early in my life, I remember posting pictures on Facebook, posting pictures on Tumblr, and getting a lot of likes, a lot of comments, just a lot of interaction, okay? And I also remember I used to go to like football games every single Friday. If it wasn't at my school, I was going to another school football game. I used to go to parties and kickbacks every weekend. If it wasn't my school, I was going to another school. And it's crazy because little did I know I was building the foundation for what my life has become now. Back then, I didn't understand that I was networking. Back then, I didn't understand that I was building an audience. I was literally just doing what I enjoyed doing and what interests me. That's all I was doing. I used to like putting on nice clothes and taking pictures. I used to like going to different schools and meeting a bunch of people. I used to like finding people from different schools and finding common interests and connecting with those people. That's just something I grew up doing. I didn't know it was called networking. I didn't know it was called building an audience. I didn't know any of this, okay? But fast forward, those initial efforts of building an audience and networking led me to create a strong relationship with social media and making money on the internet. So some of you all know this, but a lot of you all don't, okay? So before I was doing YouTube, I already had a couple other successful brands and businesses going, all right? These were brands that I built from the ground up using strictly social media, strictly internet, before it was a popular thing, okay? Now everybody does these type of things. I was doing this before it was a thing. And luckily for me, I was able to retain this audience throughout this whole time. So even to this day, I have day one supporters that have been keeping up with me for like 10 years now, okay? And I appreciate y'all and I love y'all, man. And for real, I do appreciate y'all. So initially I was making music, right? I started with nothing, completely independent, got millions on millions and millions of streams, built a whole fan base with little to no guidance, okay? A lot of it was on my own. And that was my first shot at building something and creating a way to make money on the internet, right? My second shot was when I started a videography business, okay? And when I started this business, in 1 year, okay, 1 year, I'm trying to let y'all know, like, I know what I'm doing when it comes to the internet, when it comes to making money on the internet, on social media, man. I know what I'm doing, okay? So I started a videography business in 1 year. In 1 year, I found myself in the same rooms as Young Thug, Gunna, Babyface Ray, Larry June, and a bunch of other artists, okay? On top of that, I even built connections with brands like Brisk Tea and Raw Papers, you know what I mean? And I did all of this in 1 year, okay? 1 year starting this brand, starting this business, I was able to do this, okay? I began traveling the world, getting paid to travel the world, okay? Whatever people needed, whether it's a music video, whether it's a vlog, whether it's a wedding, whether it's a birthday party, whatever somebody needed that you might have wanted to be recorded, I was the person to call, all right? And I'm still that person to call. And if you're into rap at all, you'll notice like the little retro or the VHS look that people are doing now, the vintage look. I was the one who started that, okay? If you know, you know. All the information, all the dates is out there, man. I'm the one who started that. It was cool that I was really able to change the world and change the music industry and inspire so many different artists. But that's neither here nor there. The main point of me bringing that up is to tell you guys that I know how to make money on the internet. I've done it once, I've done it twice, I've done it 3 times, I've done it 4 times, and I'm going to continue to do it. And I'm no stranger to this, okay? I grew up in this lifestyle and it's basically all I know. I don't know anything else. I don't know about like the career and like the job, and no, I know internet and making money on the internet. That's what I know. That's what I'm good at. That's what God blessed me with, and that's what I'm gonna stick with. Early in my life, I decided that the internet would be my place of employment, and that is how I would fund my lifestyle. I decided that, and ups and downs, I knew that's the way that I was going to go, and that's the way I'm going to continue to go, ups or downs. That's it. Like early on, I always saw internet money as a possibility. I knew it was a thing to do, and I knew it was possible to do, and so I went and I did that. But it didn't become a necessity until I started traveling. Once I started traveling and I understood, like, okay, you could leave the country, you could live in other places, you could spend a lot of time in other places that you've never been in, it became a necessity. That's when it became a thing of, okay, this is something I could do versus something I have to do, right? And I made sure that I was going to go full-fledged and figure out everything I need to do in order to be able to travel the world and make money on the internet. And if you guys are interested in my travel story, my last video or a couple videos ago, I just posted explaining how I ended up in Vietnam. I went into detail. I'm not about to do that in this video, but if you are interested to know how I got in Vietnam, watch the last video. I'm going to link it up somewhere in here, and check that out, because that's also a very, very good video. And if you already watched that, I appreciate you. And so like I was saying, I began seeing it as more of a necessity and less of an option. but in my personal opinion, online business has always made way more sense than opening a storefront for many reasons. I'm about to get into those reasons, but before we get into the reasons, right, for starters, what you need to know is, in my opinion, all of this requires a MacBook. Okay, you can get away with a phone for a little while, but in my opinion, if you want to really excel in everything that I'm about to teach you guys and explain to you guys, MacBook is key. Okay, it makes life a lot easier when it comes to video editing, Photoshop, what else, audio recording, like if you want to make music, whatever it is, podcast, bro, I say MacBook. And I'm not being sponsored, but MacBook. Okay, so that is a base necessity, and then so I don't have to keep repeating that. Base necessity, MacBook, and then everything else is everything else. Okay, and so now that we got that out of the way, you got your MacBook or you got your iPhone, so you can go ahead and just include that cost with everything. But other than that, bro, it takes little to no money to start a business online. Okay, not only does it take little to no money to start a business, to maintain a business, the overhead is extremely low. And I'll give you 2 examples, okay? One, right now, this YouTube, this is a business that I started. What is my overhead cost? To run the YouTube costs no money, okay? The only thing I have to pay for is like my living expenses, my food, and all that stuff, which is things I would have to pay for regardless, because I gotta live somewhere, I gotta eat. So it's really no expenses. I already had a camera, but it's a business. It's a way to make money online, and I did that. And like I said, it didn't take any money really, besides like, okay, a flight, Airbnb, some food. Cool, but that's like, you're gonna pay for that anyway, you know what I mean? So that's why I like online businesses. But another example is with the videography business, right? That pays 5 figures for a booking, okay? The camera that I bought, I'm not even joking, cost me $25. It came with like a camera bag, some batteries, some tape, a bunch of stuff, okay? But I got it for $25, and so that was the entry cost to get into that business for me. And that's literally all it took. $25 to get the camera, and then the rest was my creativity, okay? And that creativity led me to go into those rooms that I was telling you about, and I was just able to get booked for whether it's a wedding, whether it's a baby shower, whether it's a birthday party, whether it's a music video, whether it's a studio session, whatever. It all of that I was able to do with $25, okay? And my MacBook, and my idea, all right? Another reason that online business has always made sense to me is because somebody jumped in the pool, man. I don't know if I showed you guys, but you know, we right over here, like basically poolside. But anyway, another reason that online business has made sense to me is because there are so many people in this world. So many people. In fact, it is 7.9 billion people. Yes, billion with a B, okay? And where I'm from, Atlanta, right? There's only 500,000 people. That's still a lot of people, but if somebody said, hey, I'm giving out free money, do you want 500,000 or do you want 7.9 billion? What are you going to choose? Okay, that's my point, right? So, being that you can make money on the internet and you can start a business on the internet, online, you have access potentially to 7.9 billion people. Obviously, you gotta take into account babies and people that don't have internet and stuff like that. But the point is, you have access to a way larger audience than if you just only stayed in your city and you did a storefront. So that's 2 things. Number 1, the cost, you're cutting the cost in by like 80%, all right? Number 2, your audience, you're growing your audience so large, you can connect with anybody. Literally, like some of you guys, I think somebody said they're from like UK. Like, I haven't, like, you gotta understand, like, if you're watching this right now, this is what I mean by you're able to connect with a bunch of different people from around the world, okay? A lot of you guys, not even a lot of you guys, no, most of you guys don't know me. You never met me in real life, but you're watching this video. okay? And this is the beauty of an online business. You're able to connect with people from around the world. And in my opinion, if you're being genuine, like I try to be my genuine self, you can connect with people genuinely as well. Even though we're through the camera, I'm not here sitting in front of you. I'm talking to you as if I am, because it's a genuine connection. I'm being real, I'm being genuine, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting real effort and real love into this camera, and I'm hoping that you receive that, you know what I mean? And so yeah, it just never really made sense to me. I'm like, man, people are supporting businesses everywhere, okay? You're supporting your local gas station. Somebody else across the world is supporting their local gas station. Everybody is doing business, okay? So why would you limit yourself to only your city? You know what I mean? And then the fact that you can access so many people, that also allows you to scale your business quicker, right? So for example, I had 200 subscribers in April. Now I have almost 2,000, okay? Whether you're doing YouTube or you got a clothing brand, you know, I see people all the time. They start a clothing brand, they post on TikTok a couple of times. Now their inventory is crazy, booming. They went viral, everything is booming. Like, it's just so easy to scale up. And I think not only is it easy, it's more realistic. If you do a couple of things and you make a couple moves, do it a certain way, it's almost guaranteed that you can scale your business up. So like I said, it allows you to do business with people from anywhere in the world. And this leads me to my next point, right? Online business allows you to do business anywhere in the world, okay? Whether I'm in Vietnam, or whether I'm in Tokyo, or whether I'm in Malaysia, wherever I'm at, I can make these videos and I can connect with you guys, okay? It doesn't make a difference. Same as if I had any other business, like if it's online and I don't have to be there in person, I could be anywhere in this world. And I already understood this, but when 2020 happened and that whole situation, that's when everybody started doing the remote jobs and working from home. And then we began to realize, like, okay, I don't necessarily need to go into the office to accomplish things and get the job done. I could do all of this from the comfort of my home, and not only the comfort of my home, but from anywhere in the world. Wherever I want to call home for the day, I can do my job there. So before I tell you guys exactly what I do to make money, okay, why do I say it's easier to make money in Asia than the US? I'm gonna give you guys an example. So like I said, in April I had 200 subscribers. Right now it is August 1st, okay? And my point is, from April to August, I was investing in myself, putting up my own money, paying for Airbnbs that I was comfortable in, paying for flights, traveling, food. I was doing all of this. But because I'm in Asia, it gave me more time, right? I wasn't stressed. I didn't have to come up with $4,000 by the end of the month, okay? I could just come up with $600 by the end of the month, right? So I'm not as stressed, and this gives me time to think, right? It gives me time to think and come up with creative ideas, because when you're stressed, some people work under pressure well, and I do work under pressure well, but you don't want to be stressed all the time. And when you're in America, it's like you really don't have the chance or the time to really think about the next move, because you always thinking about what's happening right now. You know, you can't really like stay down and say, okay, I'm about to just sit on this idea and work this idea for 3 months, because you got to worry about the next obstacle. And that's how it is. But here, you don't have to do that. It's very stress-free. It's very slow. You can afford the lifestyle. And even me, like yeah, I'm living like in this right now, but don't get it confused. I could live in something that costs $300 a month and in the slums, and or just a bedroom by myself. I don't have the whole condo. I don't have a kitchen. I could do that if it came down to that. Like, I'm not that type of person. I don't really have shame when it comes to my goals. So if that's what it would have taken for me to achieve my goals, that's what I would have did. But Southeast Asia allows that. You could find a solid place for $400. You could live for $600 a month, $500 a month. And still be fairly comfortable, I'm telling you. And so this is important to me. Like I said, you know, a lot of things take time. Like flowers take time to grow. You know, it's seasons, winter, fall, summer, everything takes time, okay? So why do you think we're any different? It takes time for us, it takes time for our ideas to blossom and things like that. And Southeast Asia allows that. It gives you that time. It gives you that slowness and that stillness and the patience that you need to allow things to come to fruition. And it gives you that time that America doesn't really give you. America is fast paced, and like I said, you might need to come up with $4,000 by the end of the month in America, but here you just need 600. You know what I mean? So you can really think and be creative. And so, you know, that leads me to my next point. So how do I make money personally? What do I do to earn money here, right? So like I said, I had 200 subscribers in April. Now I have 2,000. I stayed down. I put in a lot of work, a lot of time, and it paid off, okay? So number one, if you follow my Instagram, you already know this, but I just recently was able to join the YouTube partner program, okay? And when I say recently, I'm talking about a week ago, like a week and a half ago, if that, okay? One of my last videos I did, I think it's titled why you should leave the US and move to Asia. That was my first video I've ever posted while I was a part of the program, okay? So I literally just joined. So that's one stream of income. And if you guys are interested in like what I had to do to join the partner program, what was the whole process like, how long did it take, what do the payments look like, this, that, and the third. If you're interested in that, man, drop a comment right now and I'll make a video for you guys explaining all of that stuff, all right? I don't mind. But yeah, so that's my newest stream of income, and that, like I said, I grinded for that, I worked for that, and it paid off. I'm looking to get that income to be the income that takes care of this stuff, right? The housing and the food and the day-to-day lifestyle stuff. That's what I want to do with that income, and hopefully have excess. Not hopefully, I will have excess. But like I said, I grinded to get this far. I got to keep grinding, got to keep putting in the work. But it's going to come, right? It's going to come. I'm patient. Like I said, I'm in Asia, so it's not, I could be a little bit more patient, but it's on the way. Now, another thing that I do for income is I do graphic design, all right? When I was in school, I studied marketing and I was taught Photoshop. So I do graphic design. I still get orders. I still get people reaching out to me, asking me to do logos, flyers, maybe album artwork, whatever the case may be. People still contact me for that. I still get contacted about videos. How's it going? What's going on? You doing good?
No.
Want to say hello?
YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You gotta subscribe to the channel.
Channel?
Yeah. I'm gonna show you. Okay, yeah, it's me right there, man.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Huy.
Wei?
Huy.
Huy?
Huy.
I'm Joshua.
Thank you.
All right, nice to meet you, okay? Yeah, man, so we in Vietnam, man. You know the vibes. And so, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was able to build up my audience through the videography business, and to this day, you know, people still ask me. They might send me footage over, hey, can you edit this for me? And then even before I left, I was able to shoot a bunch of videos, and I charged them like X amount of dollars up front, and then I edit all the videos. Like once I got here, edit videos, send them some stuff, they send me some stuff, you know what I mean? And that's how that situation worked out. So that's another source of income. So that's 3 right there. And then my other main source of income is I invested in some real estate a few months back. All right, I got like a couple like rental properties type situation, and I'm not a real estate expert, so I don't want to go too deep into that, because I'm not the guy to tell you that. I don't like speaking on things that I don't fully know about, but that is a source of income for me. And finally, as you guys know, based on your comments in the video, okay, I had my laptop open in one video. I had some charts open and stuff like that. So I do trade stocks, okay? I'm in the stock market pretty much like every single day. And people was asking me like, do I trade Forex? It's not Forex. I do like straight US stock market, option trading. And I've been doing that for almost 4 years now. So I do have my foot in the door. I think 3-4 years is like when you really like get in your bag, okay, you start to understand things for real. So I'm at that point right now, and you know, that's going good. Okay, that also helps me with a lot, and that helped me a lot early on to like take these flights and pay for these Airbnbs and all of that type of stuff while I was getting the YouTube situated. So shout out to the stock market, man. And people have already been asking me for help and assistance and advice, and can you teach me how to do this, that, and third. And so the rest of this video is for you guys, okay? The first part, I was explaining what I do. The rest of the video is if you are one of those people that might be interested in learning, or you want me to teach you, I do teach classes. I have taught classes. This isn't anything new to me. But so it's 3 type of classes that I am willing to offer as of right now, okay? Number 1, YouTube. Like I said, in April I had 200 subscribers. Now I have almost 2,000 subscribers. I understand how YouTube works. I did a lot of research, extensive amount of research, and so everything that you see, none of this is by accident. It's all by design, and of course, you know, the big guy, but it's all by design. I put the work in, I did the research. And so if you are looking to start a YouTube, if you are looking to grow your YouTube, I can give you tips and tricks that I use, and I'll teach you everything that I know, and that includes what works for me and what doesn't work, okay? Because obviously I made mistakes and I learned things that I'm like, okay, nah, this doesn't work. Oh, this is what I need to do to achieve XYZ. I know all of this stuff, man. So if you want to lock in a one-on-one session and talk about that, hit the link in the description, okay? Number 2, like I said, I've started multiple businesses, multiple brands from the ground up, strictly on the internet, strictly online, okay? So if you are looking to start a online business, or if you already have an online business but it's not doing as well as you would like, whether that's a clothing brand, whether that's you sell cupcakes and you aren't building the traction that you want in your city as far as like Instagram goes or things like that, I am more than happy to be a creative consultant to you, okay? I can recommend you things that you could do for your social media. I can connect you with certain people. I could tell you, hey, if you got a clothing brand, you need to meet up with this model, okay? And then when you meet up with this model, take these type of pictures. And when you take these type of pictures, post them like this on your Instagram, post them like this on your TikTok. Matter of fact, give me your TikTok login, give me your Instagram login, and I will run it for you, okay? Like I said, this isn't anything new. I've done this for multiple people. And so if you're interested in, you know, me being a creative consultant for you, and giving you advice or whatever the case may be as far as your business goes, and you need help, hit the link below, okay? I will get you right, I promise you. Like I said, I started multiple businesses, multiple brands. I've been doing this, I'm gonna keep doing this. I know how to do it, okay? And then, so finally, the stock market. Now, I have another YouTube channel, and I will put it right here, and I'll also put it in the description. But when I was making the channel that you're watching right now, I kind of had to decide. I was like, okay, do I want to like go all in on this channel or all in on this channel? I decided to go with this channel. And so, but it's still a ton of free content on the other channel. Free content, free ideas, free advice, free strategies, all of that type of stuff. So if you are looking for free content regarding the stock market, go to the other channel, check out some videos. It's not anything new. It's like maybe a couple months old, stuff like that, but it's plenty of content on there. And if you still need further help, okay, I do have a Discord with over 300 members as is, right? And also I do one-on-one sessions where I could teach you the basics of the stock market, the basics of options trading. And if you already know the basics, I could teach you the strategies that I use in order to make money, etc., etc. So if you're interested in any of that, man, all the information is down below. Now, if you're not interested in any of that, that's cool too, man. But I just had to put that out there so you guys can know, all right? Because a lot of people are asking about money and how I make money and this, that, and the third. So that's all that is. And once again, man, I appreciate you guys I appreciate you guys, bro. I seriously, genuinely do appreciate you all. And we are going to be growing as a unit, as a family, okay? You guys are here from the beginning, right? I only have 2,000 subscribers right now. It's gonna be 200,000. I'm telling you, it's gonna be that, and you guys get to say you was here first, man. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. More content on the way. August is ours, okay? August is ours. This is our month. We are about to turn it, take it up all the way to the top, man. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And like I said, all that information is in the description. So if you're interested in any of that, just do that, or hit me up on Instagram. Let me know what's up. And then also my email is also peaceloveshoe@gmail.com. So peaceloveshoe on Instagram, peaceloveshoe@gmail.com. If you want to talk business, we could do that. Don't make a difference. But nonetheless, man, I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. Yeah.